As many of you know, as college students, we're always trying to save time, money, and also take a load off of our shoulders. Well, today, I'd like to show you two apps available for the iPhone and the iPad that will allow you to do just that. As many of you know, there are many productivity apps available in the App Store that allow you to take notes, record voice memos of yourself or another teacher, or also receive text message alerts alerting you when homework is due, an upcoming test is coming up, etc. But today I'd like to show you two apps, CourseSmart and Blackboard, that I think they will not only help you with your college education, but will also help you with this class too just as well. The first app, CourseSmart, we're going to go into now. What you would do is go into the iTunes Store, you would go into keyword search, download CourseSmart, and it'll take about a minute or so to download the app. Once you download the app, all you're going to do is go to the screen, tap on the app, e-textbooks will come up. What CourseSmart is basically is an application that will allow you to download books electronically onto your electronic device, and you'll have your entire course book on the app itself. Once you're inside of the app, for the purposes of this class, I downloaded the Concise Public Speaking book. With this application, as you can see, it's the same material that's in our book, but at a much cheaper price, up to 60% off of the normal cost that you would pay at the college bookstore. I believe for this class in particular, a lot of you paid $33, $34 for this book. Well, I only paid $8 for it, which is a huge discount on the savings. Once you're inside the app, there are a couple neat things that you can do that you won't be able to do with your book. One is the ruler. Tap the ruler, it slides across, and as you're reading your book, you can scroll the ruler down and keep track of where you're reading it. Another thing that you can do is go to Pages. Once you click Pages, it'll show the next pages that are ahead and also the pages that are behind on your application. It's taking a second to load here because we're on 3G instead of Wi-Fi right now, but you can also use Wi-Fi. And once you see the pages down here, you can select the page that you want, tap on that page, and as you can see, it goes to that page. Another thing you can do is click on this pencil button, and there's a box that comes up on the screen. Once the box comes up on the screen, you can expand it to where you want. So let's just say, for example, that one of the students in class lost their book or couldn't find it, and they needed a copy of the page so that they can do your homework. Well, they could text me, and what I could do is put the box here, and it gives me the option to highlight it, where I can highlight the entire text, almost like you do in the Bible, for the text that you want. You can annotate it, or you can also share it. If I press share, it'll allow me to email the page, or I can click the home button and the power button at the same time, and it'll take a picture of it, and I can email the entire page to whoever would need it. Another thing that you can do is if you press the plus button up in the corner, you're able to take notes on any given page so that you can have notes for that specific page. Lastly, if you'd like to go to a certain page, you can click on that page, type in the page number. In this instance, I'm going to type page 34. Click go, and it's going to go to page 34. So you don't have to go shuffling through a bunch of pages in a book like you normally would. One other feature that I failed to mention also is the table of contents. If you want to go to a specific chapter, just press the top right-hand corner. You can select the chapter that you want. In this case, I'm going to select chapter 3. Press on chapter 3, and it'll go to chapter 3. You want to turn pages, you can just scroll to the next page, and so on. This is CourseSmart. The second app that I'd like to show you today is Blackboard. Blackboard is self-explanatory because, as you all know, Blackboard is the same website that we use for our class. Well, this is the application version of it for the mobile. What you would do is select the school that you're going to, in this case, Community College of Allegheny County. You select it, and normally, as you know, when we go to these websites, we have to put in our login information. Well, in this case, once you have the login information, you can have an automatic sign-on where it will always sign on for you. I won't be able to show you everything that this app can do today because I'm currently on 3G and we need Wi-Fi for this app to work. This is one of the negatives of the app, as normally you can use most apps on Wi-Fi and 3G, but this app will just work with Wi-Fi. But while we're here, I will tell you some of the features of this app. It gives you all the content that you would receive on the normal Blackboard site. Any introductions, any notes, you want to check your grades, your homework, if you want to do email correspondence. It shows it in a smaller format, but you can also expand the page. And if the text is entirely too small, you can also select to go into the browser. There's a browser built into the website that will allow you to go to this actual CCAC Blackboard website, and you'll have all the content here. So, as you can see with these two apps, both CourseSmart and Blackboard, they offer some pros and cons. Some people would say, well, the iPhone and the iPad are too expensive for me to invest in. However, my response to that would be, if you pay $500, for example, for an iPad, and then you're paying, let's say for one semester, for example, I paid $400 for my books for that semester. But if you go through CourseSmart, I paid less than $200 for the same books that I had paid for $400. So if you look at the cost savings analysis over a 2 or 4 year degree, you're going to save huge money and be able to save some of the money that you receive for your loans and your grants. Another thing is it takes weight off of your shoulders. In this instance, normally we have a book bag and we're carrying 2, 3 books, we're carrying our laptop, we're carrying our notebook, and we may even have our gym shorts in the bag too just as well. In this case, you could have all 3 of your books on your iPad. You could also have your notebook on your iPad, and as you can see, you would have a very light weight on your shoulders. Also, it saves time. By having it right here, you can do this at any time, at any moment. You could be at Starbucks, you could be on the bus, you could be at the movies, wherever you would want to be, and you'll be able to have access to all the information you need to enhance your college education experience. I hope today that I've been able to inform you about the pros and cons of doing things electronic with these electronic mobile devices. The decision is up to you, but in my opinion, I make a compelling case and argument that this is the way to go. Thank you for your time and listening to me.